£500, which is $630, right? $630. And said, you know what? I trust this guy with $600. A guy that has zero reputation. He just joined 2 months ago. So, which is kind of contradictory because clearly the site says we keep no data on users. But I guess logs doesn't count as a user, right? Never will happen. Never will happen. I'll tell you what, at least he's not using AI to write this response, right? Our service is one of the most vouched spoofing services out there. Says the guy who has 1 like. Guess what Lucas says? Are you mentally challenged? What's up, internet? Welcome back to True Lava, where lava flows. Now, in this episode of Forum Disputes, let's get started by going into a scam report. So in this scam report, we are on nulled.to, a very popular site for unethical practices. And in this scam report, someone was purchasing call spoofing services. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically where somebody dials a phone number and calls you using someone else's ID. And you think that they're somebody else, and then they can potentially do unethical things. For example, very common ones are the federal government calling you, and you think it's the federal government, but it's not. So anyways, back to this scam report. From Spoof Today, 500 British pounds. And for those of you who want to know how much that is, for reference, it is about $620. Can you believe that? So this guy, who literally made an account about 3 months ago, no rep, no nothing, decided to be like, you know what? I want to spend £500. How am I going to do it the most craziest way possible? I know. Let's go ahead and purchase service from a guy. Now, I'll get to that in a minute. So basically, he paid £500 and says that he was not satisfied with the service. Obviously, these are the screenshots here, and this is the payment. So let's go ahead and go to the payment real quick to show proof. Now, this is using Change Now, and it looks like he paid with Tether to Bitcoin. So 630 Tether at the time of receiving it. So about, like I said, $630, $620, give or take. So that's the proof of payment, and he's requesting this to be the refund address. Now, Lucas is basically the forum moderator that handles all these scam reports, and he is hilarious. He's been around for a while. I remember watching his forum back in 2020, and it's been a while since I've been here, but it's hilarious things that come down. And now I decided to actually record these as a series for people's enjoyment. Obviously, everything here is for entertainment purposes, and every so often I can educate people on what happens and what not to do. So in this case, Lucas is taking the usual route, which is saying, if you don't accept the payment service, you have to refund him, basically. Now, Lucas is a middleman as well, and for those of you who don't know what middleman is in this sector, is basically the guy that you send money to, and he performs escrow services for you. So that way deals are more legit because everything is dealt with like cryptocurrency for the most part. So this guy's the seller. Obviously, he's changed his name to Shitform Shit, which is hilarious. And when I first saw this, I thought, was this really his rep and likes? And I looked at other banned users, and apparently so. And I was like, so this guy, Super Shopper 11, great name by the way, decided to join. And you know what? I'm gonna buy from a guy that has zero reputation and 1 like. Now this guy's name used to be Spoof Today, I believe. Right. So you're telling me that I want to spend £500, which is $630, right? $630. And said, you know what? I trust this guy with $600. A guy that has zero reputation. He just joined 2 months ago. 2 months ago on the forum. And barely has any reputation for anything. What? Just because he has he upgraded his account and has 1 like. That's probably his like. And said, yeah, I think it's legit. And now the funny thing is, this is his defense, by the way, the seller. User didn't finish his end of the deal. Money shall not be refunded. Website says no refunds. which is hilarious because it's the internet. Refunds don't really matter on the internet unless it's enforced. It's kept in the wallet for 3 months, blah, blah, blah. Yo, I announced to the user £550 plus £250 afterwards. User only sent £500. Is there any proof of that? Well, he says that there is proof on Telegram, and he sent it to Lucas, right? So what happens next? He'd like to announce that the user has been working with us before and agreed to the terms of service. So this is interesting that this guy has trusted this guy before, which is weird. Like, how can somebody just have a reputation right away with 0 rep, 1 like on this forum? Like, does he have anything to lose, really? Like, reputation wise? I don't think so. And would I be a former member of the service before I close this account? He agrees while using the terms of service. And you know what's funny is that, you see that? Middleman. So this guy thought it was a great idea to deal with this guy. This guy claims that he's a former customer, which is, I'm just like, okay, this is the backlash. Here's the response. Why do we need to explain your TOS? We clearly state on your website, you clearly stated that you changed now the refunds will not take place if the account was activated or used. In this case, you never activated the new accounts, nor did I use them. Here's the cache view. So let's go look real quick. So this is actually cool that Google actually can cache a site just like web archives. And as you can see here, this is what the website looks like. And here's how it looks like today. So you can see before and after. And yes, you claim on your site not to keep any call logs, so threatening me with releasing them doesn't put you in a better light. Your spoof works good, but I don't understand the need of scamming me here. We made money together. I would suggest you stop making yourself look bad and refund the money. Which is interesting because the least you can do is, give them a replacement. Perhaps, come to some sort of agreement rather than just stealing $600, £500. So what's his response? Basically, he says, we stand by our rules and guidelines for a reason. We've never forced to trick you. As shown, we said 250 additional pounds, which is like $300. Our service will be it's still going smoothly as possible, which is, weird. Why would you have 0 rep and 1 like on here? I don't know, maybe trying to expand your business. This is one way to do it, I guess. So false scam reports, blah, blah, blah. And his response says, you make no sense. Lucas, please give your verdict on this. And I don't think we'll speak on any sense into this guy. My review for spoof today will extort you for money for any chance they get. Doesn't follow their terms of service. No privacy. Obviously, do you really think when you deal with shady stuff on the internet that they are not going to uphold their bargain? I mean, that's why they're doing shady business in the first place. So if you really sit there and think, oh, that seller's honest, he's not going to do anything suspicious in the black market, well, think again. You can't understand the rules. We have debug logs to resolve issues. So, which is kind of contradictory because clearly the site says we keep no data on users, but I guess logs doesn't count as a user, right? In his eyes. And clearly, Super Shopper goes like, doesn't no data mean no data? Has a point. So, yeah, I keep it clean, but I guess not. So he's like, I don't keep logs. I would strongly suggest anyone using service to cut ties with him immediately. Well, with a seller with 1 rep, not even a rep, 1 like, you think you rather not, right? So his response is, never will happen. Never will happen. I'll tell you what, at least he's not using AI to write this response, right? Never will happen. Our service is one of the most vouched spoofing services out there. Says the guy who has 1 like. Like, where? Where is this being vouched on? The other sites? Hence, why you wanted to work with us but can't afford to make this deal. Only $800 in your balance. Shame. Which is kind of weird because isn't it like, about $800 to have the service up. I don't know. So Lucas, his response says, his ultimatum comes in, you have 12 hours to refund the payment. What your website says is irrelevant. You can either provide a service or refund him. You don't keep the payment if you're not providing a service. This is a definition of a scam, which is, he has a point. User is leaking customer information on top of scamming. Dishonest piece of shit. Lying about not keeping logs, lying about offering refunds if service is not rendered, and quite possibly being a total scammer even if you had paid the full amount. Hopefully nobody else falls for this. So yeah, if you are using the internet and you think your information is not stored anywhere, not up, you don't have anything up here, huh? It's crazy. So, obviously crazy enough, you think about it, somebody decided to spend $600, running some sort of scam call center thing, and, decide to trust a guy who's only been on this forum for like 2 months, says he's the most vouched, wherever he came up with that, probably 4chan, I guess. And, kind of crazy, this guy has like, what, 1 like? I'm assuming, this is my assumption, I think the Super Shopper guy wanted to expose this guy on every single forum he's on. Even though, like, he has 0 rep. The dude has 0 rep, right? And has 1 like. He has posted several times, but he's only joined about 2 months ago. And I'm just like, how can anyone trust this guy? You have to build up your reputation on any forum before you have anyone even give you a chance. The least you do, I'll say this, if you want to start a service on any of these forums, the least you can do is provide review copies, and just start a thread and vouch. So, yeah, that's great. I guess I'm going to spend $600 and then, thought it was a great idea. Not only that, but in crypto. So, that's just great. You should start small and always, work your way in. So, yeah. And one last one. I decided to include one more. This one's hilarious. I didn't want to lose this one. It's hilarious. So, this guy, $25 from Saul. So he is not banned. As you see, this is what I'm talking about. 64 rep, 93 likes, a lot of badges, joined a long time. That's more reputable, right? That's more reputable. So paid for shipping label, package got seized, and the scammer is refusing to refund me. Well, that's a risk, isn't it? That is a risk. So the receipt is in this image here. So as you can see, he sent Bitcoin to a DeFi wallet, from DeFi wallet. That's the fees. So it shows that he did pay for it. Let's take a look here real quick. Nothing much really. And then Saul responded back with this. And you might be saying, what is that? What is that, Lava? What is that? So for those of you who want to know what this is basically a transaction. So let's go on to the Crypto Explorer. Let's type in Bitcoin Explorer real quick. So you can see I'm doing it in live, so that way you can see for real. We paste that in, and we search it up. As you can see, there's a transaction, and we see that it comes out to about right here, $23. Now, obviously, Bitcoin has changed, fluctuated, but give or take, he did refund his money back, right? And how does the buyer respond? Let's find out. Send proof of payment from wallet, please. Wow. If I did that, I might as well just Photoshop. Just send him a Photoshop version, and then, yeah, be on my way. And then he sends a picture and goes like, show us payment. Here's your payment, wallet. Sir, send your transaction history from your wallet, not Explorer. Please, what are you even saying? Would I send money to myself? Someone sent me money and you're asking me to check my wallet? Stop sending proof from web, sir. Send proof from your wallet. Tell the person to send him proof from his or her wallet. We won't work with him with web proof here. What? Look, if that money was really refunded, you can check your wallet and it comes in. So why would you ask for this, right? He's like I asked initially, screenshot please, not transaction ID, not my wallet. He's like, yeah, please send me a screenshot of the transaction. And you know, Saul did even a better deal. He sent you the whole transaction payment, which is this, right? That's more of a solid evidence than a screenshot. Because screenshot you can obviously fake it. So I don't know. This guy is actually not up in there. And guess what Lucas says? Are you mentally challenged? The transaction ID can be looked up. You don't need a screenshot from his wallet. Obviously not, because that exposes more information. Confirm you received the funds back. Log into your wallet and check. Don't ask for pictures. Thank you, Lucas. Gee, this guy must be brain dead. You can see here that the transaction is confirmed, sent to the address you gave on your main post, and nothing should delay this any further. If you gave a wallet here that you don't own, then it's your job to verify you received the payment. Pretty simple. All you have to do is just look up the transaction and there you go. It goes to that wallet. That means it's been refunded back, right? Not his job to send you a picture of the transaction from his wallet. You should use your own wallet to take refunds so you can check for yourself. Gee, well maybe if you provide your own wallet, you wouldn't have an issue, would you? No, I thought so. It's like this guy wanted a refund, right? And then he doesn't know how to check that he got a refund. It's like, imagine I send a check to PayPal, through PayPal, and I want a refund. And then the seller sends back me the refund. And I'm just like, no, I want you to send a screenshot from your PayPal account that you send the refund back to me. Does that make any sense? Wow, that is ridiculously stupid. Wow. And I thought that was hilarious, you know. So we can all point and laugh at this guy for being, you know, a retard. So yeah, this is the first ever recording for forum disputes. Hope you guys enjoy as more contents along the way, because there's plenty of this going around. And occasionally I get to teach you guys a thing or two about what's going on and what not to do. So yeah, guys, if you guys want to see more, leave a like, subscribe, feel free to comment below. I'm always there to answer any questions, maybe suggestions. Thank you all for watching.